Hi everyone, it's great to see you. I am back with more beautiful flowers. Last time you were here, I had my flowers all set to plant in the front urns by the front door. Those are done. They look fabulous. I love them. I went back to the nursery and ended up coming home with these beauties. And I am going to plant up my hanging planters in the backyard and some of the pots on the ground in the backyard with these. I thought I'd give you a little tour of what I have here that I'll be planting first. I have a number of Supertunias. So I have two different types of Supertunia Vista. I have Supertunia Vista Bubblegum and Supertunia Vista Silverberry. Now if you remember, the Vista Supertunias get the biggest. So if I plant them in the ground, they're getting probably about 2 feet tall, 3 feet wide for that mounding flower clump, which is really impressive for one plant. I'm putting these in my hangers, so they will really cascade down the side. And all of the Supertunias, you don't have to deadhead, which is wonderful for me. So they will just keep flowering throughout the season as long as I give them plenty of plant food. I have some other Supertunias that are not Supertunia Vistas. So these won't get quite as big, but they still will trail plenty. This is Supertunia Bordeaux, and it has this great sort of lilac color with deep dark purple veining. This is just beautiful. And then I have a Superbells. Superbells are very much like Supertunia. This is grape punch. They're slightly smaller. And just like the regular Supertunias, they don't get quite as big as a Supertunia Vista, but they still will trail quite a lot. So that'll be a really nice combination to have in my planters. I have a number of Verbena here, Superbina. So Proven Winners has this line, Superbina, that are created with these verbenas. They have this small little flowers and sort of these circular clusters here. Just like with the Supertunias, you don't have to deadhead these, which is awesome. And they're trailing. So they get about 1 foot tall and they trail about 2.5 feet. So you're still looking at a plant that's really going to give you a lot of color throughout the season. I have this particular one, which is Violet Ice. I have a darker solid color. Ooh, we're all stuck together. Just a second. There we go. A slightly darker color here, which is Imperial Blue. So both solid colors. And then I have a couple bicolor Superbinas. I have this beautiful sparkling amethyst and sparkling rosé. So you can see how there's the two colors going on. That'll match and work really nicely with your solid color verbena. I have one more color here. This is Superbina Raspberry. So this is going to bring in that really hot, bright pink. I'm thinking of pairing it with the sparkling rosé in one of my hangers. So I'm really excited about that. I have two different kinds of sweet potato vine. So I've mentioned how much I love sweet potato vine. And since the animals love it as much as I do, great to put it in the hanging baskets where it won't get eaten. So these two types, this is your smaller type over here. And this is a Sweetheart Lime. Not only are the leaves actually smaller, but this vine is going to not overtake the planter. It does trail. It gets a couple feet long. However, the sweet potato vine that I planted out in the front urns, Margarita, that just like goes. This is going to stay more in control for my hanger. In comparison, I have Sweet Caroline light green here, and you can tell that the leaves on this particular sweet potato vine are a lot more lobed, deeply lobed, and it has sort of a darker outline if you get very close to this. This gets a little bit longer than my Sweetheart Lime, but still manageable. It's not going to overtake my hanger. Those are the plants that I'll be putting in the hangers that are up high. Then I started thinking about the planters that are on the ground that the groundhogs and the rabbits can get to, and I chose a couple of plants for those. So Coleus are not animals' favorites. This is an electric green Coleus, and I just love how bright it gets. I had this one last year. It got like big and it just looked great. It was lime green through the whole season. It kept going right up to the first frost, so I definitely wanted to put that in again. The other Coleus that I have is Kong Rose. And these leaves are going to get to be about 8 inches long. So not only does it have sort of my pink and purple theme going on in here, but it's going to be really big and a showstopper in my shady corners. On this side, I have a beautiful Caladium that I chose, Tickle Me Pink. So great pink color in here, and this is also a shade plant. So not highly desirable for the animals. High shade interest here with great color, and maybe I'll put in some begonias in the planters that I have this, but this is just really, really beautiful. There are some fabulous proven winners Caladium out right now. They're in the Heart to Heart series, and they all have different types of red and pink in there that really make them stand out. And then, let's see, oh, one more. I got some more lemon coral sedum. So remember, this is sort of the prickly type of plant that the animals don't eat as much as the sweet potato vine. So I'm putting these down in the planters. I have one out, nothing has touched it so far, so I figured I should get a couple more, and these will add that pop of green that I'm looking for. I am so excited to be heading out to create these planters. I have some ideas about how I want to mix these together, and I look forward to sharing those with you. I'll see you in the next video.